I'm back with another triggering topic. I know you saw the title and I know you don't believe me, but you know what? You clicked on it. So give me a chance and let me cook. Let me say this love is out there for you. Yes, you, as a black woman. You can be with a man that will respect you and treat you in the way that you require. As long as you don't budge on your standards and as long as you are healed enough and you are the woman that you need to be in order to receive that type of love. There are women out there just like me living that life and that reality. It is possible. So I'm going to get deeper into it, but right now I just want to get into the whole gist of the video. Now, I saw this clip on TikTok of this black man who posted, fellas, this is a safe space. Tell me about her. Y'all see it up there on the screen. So what I want to do is read y'all some of the comments that I read underneath that post. Here's the first one from STNTN. He says, I found her on accident, fell in love on purpose with a purpose. Now here's one from Dylan Williams. Let's just say I rush to go home every day just to see her. That level of excitement is just unmatched. Kay says, she listens to me, bro. Doesn't interrupt me when I talk. I feel safe. Mark just here to clown. Faison says, I knew she was the one. When I decided to fast for the first time and she woke up early and prayed with me every morning and fasted with me. Darren says, never loved and admired this hard. She's supportive, passionate, and intelligent in endless ways. Growing with her has been the best experience. How could I not keep aiming to give her everything? Kay Miller says, she is the answer to a prayer I said before I even knew she existed. As Keith Lee would say, God is amazing. Now, Jimin says, I knew she was her from the moment I laid eyes on her. Straightened myself up. 1 year later, married her. This was 10 years ago. Edie says, most tender-hearted, sincere, selfless woman alive. She understands me when nobody else does and sees things in me I'm not able to see. The physical embodiment of Ikigai. She's a testimony of God. Jag says, she my best friend for real. Being with her challenges me to look at the parts of myself that aren't so great, and she makes me want to be and do better. She my heart in human form. Black Boulevard says, I asked God for a wife, and here she is. Dev says, I fell in love with her when I didn't want to love anyone else romantically again, like God made her solely for me. Billy Ocean Jr. says, been crazy about her since we were 14 and 15. Now we're 10 years married, 3 kids and a mortgage later, and I'm still crazy about her. Evan Pillar says, she's the greatest gift God could have ever given me. Oh, Willie says, I feel like I discovered my best friend. I know God delivered her to me. I pray every day that I do everything to make sure she knows she's loved and appreciated so that we can grow old together. Red says, she literally changed my life. She makes me a better man every day. We recently got engaged and I can't believe I'm going to spend the rest of my life with my best friend. Low Key says, she makes me feel like I'm the only person in the universe. Whenever I'm around her, the world stops and it's just me and her. Now, Frank Lewis says, her touch can clear my mind. She's a tranquil place and a celebration. She makes me feel like no one else is around but us. When she's not around, she's still in my arms. Now, Dearra says, bro, we just hit 5 years of marriage in October and I'm still in love. Even when she gets on my nerves, I still feel blessed by her presence. Bro, it's worth spending the rest of your life with one person. Daryl Devon King says, she really my best friend and the answer to the prayers I made. I'd cross hell twice and fight the devil if it means making her happy. PN Studio says, she's the proof that genuine love exists. The kind that doesn't just speak, but shows up. With her, I feel seen, valued, and cared for in ways I didn't think I ever would again. Now, Irv's Jean Pierre says, God knew he'd reached his masterpiece after creating her. Heavens poured all his wonders in her. She's my prayers answered. Xavier says, from the very first word she spoke, she touched my soul. I've waited for her before I knew she existed. She's everything I could never have dreamed to create. She is home in human form. Provoking Thoughts says, she's the soul that steadies my chaos, the sanctuary I didn't know I needed, and the most profound proof that love can be both infinite and real. She's loyal, respectful, loving, and she's my best friend. Rose says, came in my life, showed me a different side of me, took me to a place of making memories, being able to express myself, be my safe space from the world, but also let me know when I need to get together. Israel Morello says, right when I thought love wasn't for me, she came in. I fell in love with everything about her. I still remember the smell of her perfume for the first time. It reminds me of summer in the best way. Now, Bright says, I went to Bath and Body Works yesterday after work and bought her some candles. She loved them. Bijitsu, I guess that's what it is. Y'all tell me. He says, not enough poets in the world to describe the love I have for this woman. I dedicate my life into making sure that she's loved, comfy, and safe. My best friend for real. Changed my life, man. She's the best. The Orc King says, met mine in 2017. We worked together at Lowe's, married this past July. Happiest day of my life. Kids and a happy family. Regardless of what people say, marry that woman if you love her. Chew52 says, I found her on accident, and she's been the best thing to happen to me. A true best friend who hears me, understands me, loves me unconditionally, and I can't wait to give her the world through marriage. Excited about our future together. Yardis says, I knew a few months in I was going to marry her, and I did just that. Now I have a junior on the way. I couldn't be happier. Now, Gabriel Richard says, that's my baby, like, no lie. I'd give her my heart if she needed it. I'm so selfless when it comes to her and would give her the world if I had the power to. She's everything that I want. Despite me desperately not being where I would like to be in this thing we call life, I'm still not wanting to give up on me and her. Now, Jeffrey N says, nah, that's my dog for real. Literally my twin. I'm not a talkative person, but she makes me want to yap. Changed me in so many ways, and communication is getting better. She's selfless. Michael V2 says, the love of God in human form. She makes my heart smile and leaves my eyes in awe every time they meet her. Each day with her is a reminder of God's architectural greatness. Now, Just a Guy with a Beanie says, she is my best friend, my high-level soulmate in the safest of spaces. We've definitely done lifetimes together and can't wait until the next. They was spitting that game, wasn't they? But I'm going to let you ladies know that I struggle with what type of content to put on this channel because I don't want to ever be looked at as, fake, phony, fraudulent. I want you guys to really understand that I'm coming from a genuine place and I'm not trying to grift y'all or anything like that because as y'all know, I'm happily married to a Black man and, I can't be ashamed of that. And it's no infidelity, no struggle love, none of that. And sometimes I would like to represent that reality and not just preach doom and gloom because truth be told, that's not how I'm living. But I do know the reality for a lot of Black women that things just ain't peachy keen out there. And I know that there are a lot of us that haven't found that person yet or have had consistent bad experiences with men. And, there are plenty of Black women that have had horrific experiences, and myself included. I think I've told you guys multiple times about my first husband. Horrific. But I do know that I want to empower Black women. That is my main goal, my main objective. And also, I would like to create a network of Black women, Black American women, where we can support, uplift each other, help each other, like a whole national network where we can, instead of going to others for help, we only have to go to each other because there are so many of us willing to help, so many of us willing to extend love and grace and kindness, maybe financially, maybe a place to stay for a woman that is being battered, whatever, that we can all just have a network where we center each other. Those are the things that I really, really, really wanted to. Truthfully, that is my main goal. So now that y'all know that, I think I've mentioned it already though, but I do feel like with this whole empowering Black women that I have to speak about the good, the bad, and the ugly. But maybe I need to focus on the good more often because I do want to keep this channel well-rounded. And I really would like this channel to appeal to as many different types of Black women as I can. Now, I know I'm not going to be able to get everybody because there are some Black women that leave comments on my page. They don't like me. And that's fine. I know I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And that's fine. That's completely understandable. So I know that maybe for somebody that may come across this or some Black woman that may come across on this video, that it may be looked at as controversial. Maybe the 4B ladies or, maybe my sisters that have sworn off, all men or Black men or think that there are no good men at all. But, just give me some grace with this video because I still think that even if you think that way, that nothing is absolute in this world, nothing. And I think that this video would, or will be good for Black women to know that there are different realities and possibilities of life for us all, and like I said, I just don't want to be disingenuous and not expose you to positivity when that's what I'm living in my real life. And, it's like I feel kind of weird because I don't want y'all to think with this video like I'm advocating for men or Black men or just all men in general. And I'm trying to tell you guys that every man you come across is going to be on this type of time because I would be lying. And I know that ain't true. And I know that good men are in short supply. I know that. But I do believe that if Black women, more specifically, because that is who I'm concerned with the most. And, when I said that before, it was non-Black women that were upset. But I'm sorry, it's the truth. Black women are very rarely centered and they will be centered here and they are centered in my life. And if you're mad about that, then I can't help you. But I want to say this once again, that I do believe that if Black women are open to dating, and that's any race, because I do think that Black women have to be open to dating any race just because of the way our culture is, the options that are available are slim. So in order to increase the odds for a Black woman to find a partner, to find a soulmate, to find a man that is really going to treat them like the queen that they are, they have to be open to dating any race of man. And, shocker, I really feel like you have to also be open to dating your own race too, because you don't know if God is sending you a man that is part of the culture or not. And you could be so against the culture that you're like, nah, but you might be missing out on your blessing or not. I'm just saying, I'm not advocating for nobody. I'm just saying, keep your eyes open for everyone. The only thing that I really think that Black women should do is vet all men, of course, because Black women need to open their options to all races of men. So you need to vet those men very intensely, bordering on harsh, because if they think it's harsh, so what? Because at the end of the day, you're protecting yourself and you're making sure that you make the best choice in man possible. Because choosing the wrong man, that can ruin your life. It can alter your life. It can destroy you. Trust me, I know. So you want to make sure that, like I said, you're vetting very harshly. You're nitpicking. And borderline on nitpicking, in my opinion. And you need to reject any man who even has a peak of a red flag. I'm talking about you just see a little red flag. It look like it's just popping up. You can't even see the whole red flag. You just see the top. Nah, he needs to go in the reject pile. And as long as you do these things, I really do feel like you can weed out the frogs and even truly find your prince, if that is indeed what you're looking for, or your king, however you want to call it. And I mean, if that's what you want deep down inside, because I know that there are a lot of women that don't desire, a man, that don't desire partnership. And there's nothing wrong with being a single woman. There's nothing wrong with being a childless woman. There's nothing wrong. All of those. Any way Black women want to live is beautiful to me, as long as you're happy. But this is for the women that do desire partnership. So if you want that deep down inside, and, because I think that with the content that's out right now, there are some women that are ashamed to admit that they still want a man or they want a husband. And I just want y'all to know that there is no shame in that. If you are a heterosexual woman, that is completely natural. And it should not be shamed. You shouldn't be called stupid or nothing like that. You shouldn't. The only time that there's something wrong is if you letting somebody play with you. But if you just want a good man and you hope one day you can find one, that's not something to be ashamed about. Human beings need human contact. They need love and they need partnership. You know, of course you can have platonic relationships and pairings and all of that, and you can, but there's still nothing wrong with having a romantic partner. The only shame is being with a man who is not deserving of you. That's where the shame comes in. Everything else is fine. Or you know what? Another part that I feel is not right also is not taking a chance on love because you're too scared to. Or you let others tell you that that isn't what you should want or desire. Like, oh, why are you talking to that man? Why are you trying to find a man? You shouldn't be doing that. That's stupid. You shouldn't let somebody tell you what you should and want to do. You know what I mean? But anyway, like I said, this video really it's not meant to push a relationship on y'all because I know that's going to be in the comments. I'm not trying to push a relationship on nobody. I really would like y'all to understand. I am not. At the end of the day, I'm not here to tell Black women what to do, how to live, how to be, because the only agenda I have, and I say it a million times, is that Black women are happy. Happy and living who they are and how they want to live authentically. That's it. So if this message isn't for you or you don't want that, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's all I want is for you to be happy. So I'm not trying to push anything on you, but this is just for the people that may be interested. It's just to show another side of things. Because in order to have a clear picture, if you want to be logical, you want to be rational, then you truly have to look at all sides. You can't just look at the extreme on one side or only look at one side and say everything is like this 100% of the time. 100%, that's just not a logical way of doing things or thinking. And it's not a way that you should live your life because it's actually unhealthy. But anyway, hopefully, this may put another spin on things. But even if it doesn't, or even if y'all don't like the video, at the end of the day, y'all don't got to listen to me. Who am I? Just a lady on the internet. I ain't nobody. But, just know that anything that I say, it really does come from a place of love. And it comes from a place of respect and care for Black women and an admiration for y'all. We're in this together. That's how I feel. But anyway, I digress. If you watched this whole video and you enjoyed it, please do me a favor and drop a 111 in the comments. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that's no problem at all. Just do your girl a free favor. I know that times are hard out here. I understand. All right. So follow me on TikTok for as long as it's here. All right. Follow me on TikTok. I do live stream there. And follow me on YouTube. I will be once TikTok is over with, I will be live streaming on YouTube exclusively. So hold out for that. And please do me another favor. Hit that notification bell, that subscribe button, so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. And ladies, I always love to hear from y'all. Good, bad, ugly, whether y'all agree or don't, because it's cool if we all have differing opinions, because we don't want it to ever become like an echo chamber. So it's cool. Say what you want to say. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what's on your heart. Just as long as you're respectful, I don't mind. So once again, y'all, I said it already, but please leave your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.